Hey guys, you know how it feels, you know those defining moments when you're about to step into a whole new place in your life. You're about to either become married, graduate, make love for the first time, whatever it is your defining moment is. For me, that defining moment is right now. That defining moment is every right now. And so what I do when I want to get into the feel of the love or a feel of the spirit or a feel of the presence, I do rituals. First thing we want to do is come in here to the altar and light a candle. Now this candle is significant. Hey boy, that's a lovely angle, isn't that? With the leaves right above Babaji and the burning candle, except you can't really take in the beauty of the candle unless you're like right there. Anyway, the candle has on the side of it is the guardian angel of children. This is the guardian angel of children. And we've been doing a lot of prayer work at Sanctuary Garden for the protection, the guidance, and the return of children. Those that have been lost, those have been trafficked, those have been abused, we pray for their well-being because they mean a lot to us. So we do our rituals, and some of my rituals include lighting the candle. Let me grab the bell. Now, I've been teaching you guys the bell thing for the last year. You see, formerly people would be doing purification with smudge stick. You can do purification with intention. You can do purification with bells. You can do, excuse me. All right, where's my Shivambu? Where's my Shivambu? Where's my Shivambu? Oh, I wanted something to teach you about another one of my Shivambu secrets. But we want to invite love. We want to invite the Divine Mother. We want to invite the presence of love. So this would be that moment. No Led Zeppelin right now. Now this is Thursday, so Thursday is Make Love Thursday. So the owners of the house are in the bedroom. I didn't say that. This keeps the 77-year-old very live and sharp with the 60-year-old. I think she's 61 now. Alive and sharp. And joyous and mellow. Because every time they make love, they're in so much better moods with each other and with me. So, bring it on. You're not gonna talk to these folks about semen retention, Harry. It ain't gonna cut it. So what we do when we're smudging is we are taking our consciousness to the height of the sound of the bell. And we are sending with the bell all emotional energy pollution that's been stuck in our bodies. I mean, if you guys are freaking out about alien implants and cords and hooks and all that, just think what you get from your lovers. Just think what you can get from your partners. Just think what you can get from your parents, your family, your religion. Those are hooky steps. So I've been expanding in love with several of you on Facebook, and I love you for that. And some of you know who you are. And I'm not shy about my love. I'm not going to name your name because you know who you are. But what a joy to have had talks with you several times and continue to talk with you and continue to watch you grow and those that are in your tribe grow. They're just beautiful souls. Everybody is a beautiful soul. So Save the Children is going on right now. And what delights me and saddens me at the same time is we're also having to save our inner child. Because our inner children are waiting for us. Our inner children are demanding our attention and our love and our company and our attention. I said it twice. And so the least we could do is give everything to them because they're giving us constant unconditional love. and being absolutely present with us as we clear all our childhood past traumas and issues we had with our mom and our dad. Now, it doesn't matter if you called your mom mom or mother or dad or father, whatever. It's the same relationship. Now, my parents, from my memory, at one way of looking at it, I don't like the word levels, but in one perspective, my parents did the best job ever. Dad was a dad. Mom was a mom. Mom was a stay-at-home mom. She raised 2 kids, 2 boys and a girl. They went off to school. They went off to high school. They went off to college. They all got married. And some of us, broke off from communication with each other, which was always strange to me. Why I broke off communication with my sister and my brother. And I stay in touch with my parents. And I'm still in touch with my parents. I'm still in touch with my brother who's alive. Everybody else passed away. My wife passed away. And I'm still here doing a good time, doing life. I'm in it to win it. Now people might say things like, this is a prison planet. And when I first heard that statement, I didn't know what the heck they were talking about. And I knew there was some major manipulation and control numbers going on with humanity, but I didn't know to what extent and how deep and dark and sinister it was. And it doesn't have to play out that way in your mind. What I mean by that is we can be aware what's going on in the world movie, and it is a movie, and they're tugging at your emotions and they're pulling your mind left, right, and center. Take a breath. Haridam, Haridam, Hari Hari Hariram, Haridam, Costa Rica, Haridam, Haridam. Satkaur. I hope I'm getting everybody's name right. I love you guys. I love you because you're in my life. I love you because you've been friends with me. I love you because you take my advice, those that have been my clients and my students. I love that, like myself, you're teachable. You're teachable. You're flexible. You're curious. You're tolerant. You're patient. That is me as well. I've learned a lot of patience stepping into the teacher role in the last 4 years. And it's a very humbling place to be, because the information and education that I share with the world is so simple. It's simple, it's truthful, and it's loving. And those are the people that I like, that I respect, and those are people that I learn from. They keep it simple, it's truth, and there's love behind it. And so it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Does it make a lot of sense? Life is not about a mystery. Not as life is about you have to have a guru or a book to follow or a teacher or a teaching. Your intuition is your guru. Your intuition is your guidance system. Your inner voice is your mother or divine mother or your beloved. I love you, beloved. Come home. It's been a while. That was just a side note. I'm back. I've met so many people I'm beloved with right now. It's like I haven't spent a lot of time thinking about partnering. I was married twice, so you guys know that about me. And I'm going to be 67 next month. And I've lived a very full, rich, and spiritually fulfilling life. And I'm in awe every moment of the most remarkable people that show up, the remarkable souls that show up. The conversations are so uplifting. A lot of crying going on these days. A lot of releasing, a lot of surrender, and a lot of letting go. And more people, once they've released themselves of all it is that's causing them this discomfort and distress, their joy returns, their laughter returns, their willingness to be more spontaneous and more themselves than ever before. Ring the bell. And that's been my work on Facebook, guys. I don't know if you pay attention to what Brother Sage is doing. I always say it in the third party because I don't need to be doing the I, me thing. You know, I have enough ego, just enough to just do the marketing, do the promotion, do the shameless self promotion, and talk about this, that, and the other thing, to balance it with dial it down, acknowledge God. God always comes first. Love is here, and those words are the words that my heart speaks more and more of, and the guidance within me says, here's where it's all coming from, guys. It's coming from wherever your heart is. Now, some things it's a biological heart, and it's right here, and sometimes it's just your being is your heart. Have you ever thought it that way before? Instead of the biological heart, which is a valve that opens and closes and the blood comes in and out, it's not a pump. Somebody said this the other day on YouTube. The heart is not a pump like we've been led to believe. It's a valve. Otherwise, it would have to be pumping so hard, it'd be so sophisticated, and it wouldn't fit in your chest. So, in either case, your heart is your being. And if your being is being expressed as a love, as a loving expression, and your actions are loving, and your behavior is kind and respectful of you, I always start with you guys so you don't mess up. Take the oxygen mask first when you're on an airplane. Then your expressions and your attitudes and your actions and your behaviors to other people will be compassionate, empathetic, loving, and kind. Can you feel me dropping in again? I put on the kirtan music and my heart just drops. It drops open and I'm present with my feelings. I have more love for you guys than I've ever had in my life for anybody. I have more willingness to serve you and stand up for you and guide and be a big brother. I just want to have a little sister and a little brother. I got a lot of them running around town here. Maybe some of you guys are my little sister, my little brother. And he's singing a song to Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Sing along. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha, Ganesha, Ganesha. I love Ganesha. Ganesha handles all those obstacles in our psyche and our consciousness. I don't want to talk, I just want to cry. Sometimes I feel like I should cry for days. And then I get lost in creative flow. I get lost in my the mind going off on tangents and designing retreats and workshops and books and calendars and novelties and talks and on the game goes. There's little time for self-interest. And then what free time I have, I got to remember, oh yeah, I had to do trimming on the beard. I got to trim this out, clean this out, and put the urine therapy on the face, up the nose, and the eyes, and the ears, and the hair, and da da da. And I still cut my own hair, blah de blah blah, and sheets, towels, and do the laundry and bathe the body, and these are everyday maintenance stuff, And somewhere in the middle there, I have time to go. I'm going to pause and see a sunrise. What I've been doing when it gets warmer is I get up and out of bed just as the sun's starting to come up. It's usually around 5:30. Sometimes it's 5:36. And what I did in the last couple of years is the moment the sun came up, I'd jump in some clothes and get out like I was a fireman. No time to even look at a screen. No time to get into ritual. Just like break free of ritual. Break free. It's a great practice. If you guys are doing that, I highly recommend it. The things you do monotonously every day. You do it rote. It's traditional every day, right? And you need to break all boundaries, limitations, and restrictions on yourself. So if you're OCD about doing your rituals and you're doing your traditional stuff, break free for a time being and take a vacation. Take a vacation from food. Take a vacation from your spiritual practices if you have to. Take a vacation from doing Shivambu. Take a vacation from nutritional supplements. Take a vacation from community. Take a vacation from the internet. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to be soft, gentle, kind, and playful with yourself. If there's nobody you're playing with right now, play with yourself. I don't mean with your hands on your, you know what, but I'm saying play. Draw pictures. Read books. Do some yoga in the park. Some Tai Chi in the park. I started doing Tai Chi in the park again. And it's so funny because everybody starts to slow down when they see a guy who's doing this slow Tai Chi movements in the park, right? You're doing these lovely movements in the park. Let's see if I can do one. Standing up. All right, this is for you, Elatom. Let's close out the closet. Right? You're sitting in the park, and you're drawing in the chi, right? And you're taking your time with it, and you're sending it out. You're sending it out. You're watching it go out. You're breathing. You're returning back into the body. You're making sure the legs are bendable and flexible. Your body's relaxed. Your spine is relaxed. Your ass is relaxed. Your genitals, everything is just relaxed. You could lip, but you're standing up and you're constantly doing your movements one way or the other way. And as you're doing your Qigong, Tai Chi, out in the middle of a public setting, like where everybody's picnicking and they're at the lake or they're at the creek, I noticed the people who would watch me and their brain would like start to slow down. Because here's a guy who's constantly going really slow while everybody is either sped up, smoking pot in the park, drinking whiskey in the park, no telling what kind of medication they're on. Some of them are barely clothed, and some of them are spending all the time looking at everybody else having the sexual fantasies, right? Their mind goes everywhere. And you're sitting here going, Tai Chi, Tai Chi. And I remember last time I did, these 4 college girls, like, they're just stopped, they're picnicking and stopped, they're talking, and they're like watching me. I'm going, yeah, everybody get up, let's do Tai Chi. So, thank you for the love, thank you for the love, thank you for the love. This is an unplanned, unscripted, unrehearsed, uncommercialized, unpromoting, be here now with me. And I've totally enjoyed being a voice for love, a voice for unity consciousness, and a strong voice for Shivambu. Little did I know I'd become one of the leaders in the Shivambu movement, which is running parallel to the freedom movement, and it is running parallel to the liberation movement. The awakening, it's all part of the awakening. And when you can take matters into your own hand, pun intended, when you can pee in your hands, you're a free being. When you can pee in your hands and drink that same pee, or rub it on your face, or put it all over your body, you're free. Because at that point, you know it's an inside job. Once you get to the point and start drinking your pee, your life will never be the same. You'll start getting younger, healthier, stronger, sexier, funnier, more present, and you'll want to keep on with the practice. See, since I started doing Shivambu in 1994, little did I know that I was already on the path of immortality. And when I started, let's see, it was 26 years. I've already doubled it. So I'm going to be physically, I'm physically immortal. And there's no end in sight. There's no deadline. Good joke there. And so discoveries will abound when you do Shivambu. And guys, you're not shy. If you're watching my videos and if you bought any of my books, you know I'm one of the least bashful guys on the subject. I'll talk to anybody about Shivambu if they're willing to sit still long enough. And what's so great is when your faith is at an all-time high and your trust is at an all-time high and you don't care anymore what people think or say about you anymore, you're free to walk around the planet and be a powerful God being. You can do that. You know you can do this. You know you can be and do and have and achieve and heal and discover and liberate yourself any time you want. Take a breath. Ring the bell for freedom. Ella Tom, I love you, brother. Jesse, I love you, brother. Lonnie, I love you, sister. Raphael, we're going to have a conversation in a couple of weeks. I love you. Lisa Joy knows she loves me. I love her. She's my soulmate sister. Not a soulmate, but a soulmate. Anyway, she's in Puerto Rico. I love a lot of people. I'm going to keep on loving. I'm going to keep on asking for what I want. And this was the talk the other day. I hope you guys get really clear on this. If you're not getting what you want, then you get really good at knowing what you want. And when you get really good at knowing what you want, then you can get really good at asking for what you want. And when you get really good at asking for what you want, take a breath. Here comes the fun part. Get really good at receiving for what you ask for. Exactly as you ask for. Now, there's going to be some wiggle room here and there because the universe designs things that are beyond our capability to comprehend. That's why infinite intelligence is working on your side to teach you the ways of mastery and magistry and magic and transformation and alchemy and gratitude and patience. These have been my teachers for as many lifetimes as I can remember. Patience is still one of my teachers, and I don't know why I refer to Patience as a she, as a diva, because she's just sitting there going, "What's your hurry? You trying to beat the clock? You got to get somewhere in a hurry?" No, the timeline is up to the universe, guys. What drives your mind fucking nuts is you think it's got to happen when it's got to happen on your terms. Like all of a sudden you're the master of outcomes and you think you're the master of the details and the goals. And as many goals as I've written in my life, I stopped writing goals because they keep changing. The goal itself keeps changing, the timeline keeps changing, and the different aspects of the goal keeps changing. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I am alive now. Therefore, my life urges. Hi, I love you. Wherever you are, I love you. I am alive now. My life urges. Therefore, my life urges are stronger than my death urges. As long as I continue to strengthen my life urges, I will go on living in increasing health and happiness. And youthing is a big part of the work that you do as a living being, a living master being, is living. And the more you can enrich your life with personal aliveness, the more access you have to more aliveness. And the more you raise and increase your ability to receive aliveness from life, the more you have aliveness to offer other people. And it's great to be tapped in, tuned in, and turned on all the time. And then you get to plug other people into their inner core power center. The center of their being is the center of their universe. It's the center of your reality. It's the center of your operating instructions are still with you from the day you were just a fetus, and then you grew in your mom's water world, and you discovered urine therapy when you were like 24 weeks old, and you go, wow, this is great. I can see underwater, and I think I'll just pee. Oh man, that tastes good. I'm drinking that. Wow, it's going up my nose. That's where it goes. It's massaging my body. Oh. And then explosion happens and the water world shakes. And the contractions are happening with your mom. Still got the umbilical cord because you're about to have a ride starting to start your life. And boom, you're brought into a world with the strangers and an awkward house where things are metallic and unnatural, and there's mom. Wait, they're taking you away from mom and putting you on a coal scale. They're putting things in your eyes and giving you an injection, and then they're wrapping you in some rough material and putting you in a room with all these other strange beings, or I don't know what a baby is yet because I haven't figured out what I am yet. All I know is, where's mommy? Where's daddy? Where's mommy? I remember daddy. Because, you have the ability to remember conception. You have the ability to remember, I learned this through rebirthing. It's some powerful stuff. And if you don't already have a rebirther and a breath teacher, fly me to where you live and let's set up a group out there. This is some very powerful material. You see, your parents decided before you got here whether they wanted a boy or a girl. And so if it came out mixed up, well, some of the reasons why people are mixed up about their sexuality, because they got mixed messages from their parents. So they had to all sort it all out and go, I'm a girl. I look like a girl. Think I'm a guy. Wait, they didn't want a guy. They didn't want a girl. They got. Okay, well, see, you guys got to figure all that out. Breathe. I love this life. It's a great life. It's a great life. There are blessings that are happening 24/7 if your heart's open, if your eyes are open, if you're paying attention and you're being curious, and you're still teachable and you're still evolving. And you've learned that being out of control is the best way to be in control, because you're not in control. You never were in control. So you can play with the idea of free will all you want. But what happens on a day-to-day basis is that the master of details, which is God, guides you to your greatest good and where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to serve and what you're supposed to say and what you're supposed to do and when you're supposed to close your eyes and rest and everything. And so the sooner you get reconnected to your source, the sooner you can stop worrying about the details, and the more you can be of joyous assistance to humanity. And I prefer to be assistance to humanity than spend time even on the internet if I can help it, but it's a great way to get a voice out to the world, and thank God that I can do this. Now on Sunday, my new computer will be here. I'm going to have a MacBook Air 2017 model with the M1 chip in it. So it's going to be quick, it's going to be fast. I'm going to be producing and writing and directing and just having the time of my life. I'm going to manifest a camera person. Meanwhile, universe, let there be a tripod and a camera and the proper microphone and all a professional broadcast studio that I can design here at the garden. And as that comes into play and the retreat center in the Pacific starts to fall into place, then I'll just relocate. Why the Hawaiian Islands? Why do I keep being pulled back to the Hawaiian Islands? Because Hawaiian Islands are sacred. The Hawaiian Islands will always be safe. The Hawaiian Islands is the hub of international market, tourism, and military presence. So there's a lot of things that are vying for the Hawaiian Islands, and the people who are there living the life, living with the rhythm of the ocean and the islanders, they don't get caught up in all that other crap that's going on. But you can't help it when it's been brought to your island, whether you want it or not. So, home I shall go. And my life partner will either meet me before or when I get there. I'm holding out for my life partner. I've had 2 tries, and they were my life partners up until the time they passed away, or we got a divorce, whatever it was. First, I divorced my first wife. The second one, it was she passed away of colon cancer, and it took me a while to get through all that, to go through the grief part. And my heart's online now. My heart's online. My heart's online to love, 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 and I'm loving, and I'm loving, and I'm loving, and I'm manifesting all kinds of love. And I'm keeping my heart eyes open for the one. And I want her to be into Shivambu, fruitarianism or breatharianism, but easy going on the food thing, right? Is up full running. She knows how to get things done. She's can keep up with my wit and sense of humor and has a playful nature about her. She loves nature. She might have kids, and she's very devoted to her kids, as I would be as well. And I'm just thinking outside my box. And I will continue to be producing the Shivambu Movement movie, because that's one hell of a freaking movie going on. People in 50 countries doing Shivambu with 30 million practitioners. And I'm going, okay, all right, you got my attention. It's not a cult, it's not a fad. And I'm aware that it's a liberating water because the water of life is called the water of life because it gives you back your life. So if you have any interest in getting your life back, then I would suggest you jump in full feet. Jump in with your whole body. Saturate, 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 saturate. Don't be shy. All the time and the energy that you put into bathing your body, cleaning your body, purifying your body, putting stuff in your hair, right? Putting protection on your skin, deodorant under the arms, no telling what you put in, douche in the vagina, in the ears and the feet and all that stuff. Throw it out. Shivambu replaces all of them, right? The overall sanitary and personal hygiene for humanity comes out of their urethra. And urethra is a metaphysical word. I found out. I unraveled the word. I dug into the word urethra. And of course, you know the urethra is the tube going to the bladder after the kidneys filtered everything. So urethra is ur, reth, ra. Let's take the word urethra and break it apart. U-R, reth, R-E-A-T-H, U, R-U-R, reth, R-E-A-T-H, ra, R-A, all right? U means you, wreath means to adorn or make beautiful, make more beautiful, and Ra is the sun god of the Egyptians. So if you put you, wreath, Ra together, it means you are adored by God. So how could Shivambu not be holy water since you're adored by God? Lonnie, I hope you heard that. You are adored by God, not just me, but you're adored by, you know that, I don't have to tell you, you're teaching Bible class to kids. Thank God you're doing that. Someone needs to. So my friends, it is 7:30, and my housemates will come back with that just got laid look on their face, and we'll all be giggling and laughing, and then we'll go into they'll eat, and then we'll go into meditation at 8:30. And if you'd like to meet me back here for a spiritual teaching, aka a satsang, send me a PM. That's all. Just send a PM with whatever topic you like to discuss, and we'll do that on a Facebook. Or if you all want to gather together and share a screen on the Zoom, give me a heads up. I've got a Zoom professional account. We can slap one together in a matter of minutes and go live. So much love. Keep it together.